it's Bianca from the Stampin' Bee, and today I have for you paper pumpkin alternatives. So this is the April 2020 paper pumpkin. It's my wonderful family, and we did, if you looked at my other video, I did a reveal, a box reveal, and we made these 2 cards. I'm now going to show you how to make alternatives with your paper pumpkin kits. So just a quick reminder though, you want to sign up so that way you can receive May's paper pumpkin. You have until May 10th to sign up for it. It's going to feature the new in colors that we're going to be getting in the new annual catalog coming out in June. So if you want to take a peek at those, you gotta sign up. Again, I'll be doing my box reveal and alternatives. I'm going to try to be doing those every single month. So please sign up. I will have linked below I did a blog post. I did information on paper pumpkin, questions, things like that. I'm also offering a free gift for those that sign up in May. So take a look at that. So we're going to focus on this one. And I came up with 3 alternatives, kind of quick alternatives. I just kind of played around with what I had in the box, and I came up with some really cute cards. One cool thing though that I'm kind of proud of, I didn't touch the envelopes. I usually always grab from the envelopes. Sometimes I didn't touch them. So you can use these envelopes to send out your cards. Alright, so let's take a look at what I have. Like I said, I have 3, so here is the first card. We're going to be making this one. I did a smaller card, so this is a 4x4 card. I am going to have a blog post with all the measurements and everything that I used on there, so it'll be things outside of the actual box. So like I said, it's a 4x4, and I had used these pieces which came from the cards. You can see, here's one of them. It came from this one right here, the fun fold one. I cut them off of here, and I believe I did 1 inch by 4. And then I just layered them on here. So let's get these stuck down. These were really fun to make. Oh, come on, glue. There we go. These were a lot of fun. I had fun with these. And I kind of like that I went with a different size than normal. My other 2 cards are the standard size that you would normally send a card with, but I wanted to do something a little smaller, something you can add to a gift, or just put it with a small package, things like that. And these are so cute to give out to family and friends right now, especially since all the craziness going on. Oh, can't get over that. Alright, so I used my layering circles. So I have them right here. And the way that I determine my sizes is by biggest to smallest. So I used the largest regular circle and the largest scallop circle. And that's how I determine my size. I usually start from the largest and work my way all the way down. So I already cut them out, but I am going to, usually I'll stamp first and then cut them, but I'm going to go ahead and just stamp, because I didn't want to take too much time. So I'm using Flirty Flamingo, and I kind of wanted that little, what is it, like a cherry blossom kind of tree, a really cute pink tree. Go. And then I used crumb cake for the base of the tree. There we are. For my sentiment, I did use, what did I use? Mint Macaron, because that matches this color. And then I use the sentiment, I'll always be here for you. So So we'll add that to that. This matches the background. This matches that cute little birdie. I like the little birdies and the butterflies. Actually, you know, I didn't use the butterflies in any of my stuff. I'm going to have to incorporate those into something. Something really cute with just butterflies. Alright, let's get this all layered up. Attach this to my Flirty Flamingo piece. And then we're going to add some dimension to the back. I'm using the last bit of my dimensionals. Always use the edges. Do not let those go to waste. They are some of the best pieces. So I'm going to stick that right in the middle. And then I'm going to grab one of my little birdies. I still have all my birdies on here. They're starting to fall off though. Get a little bird. Just add some glue. Stick them right there. Gonna add my sentiment, just glue it down. Pretty much just glued everything flat since I had the whole circle popped up. And then I did get my linen thread. I doubled it and used that to make my bow. So I'm just going to use a glue dot. And I'm going to try to like kind of ball it up on here. There we go. And my little bow. And then I still have my little enamel dots, which I love so much. I love these enamel dots. I love when we get enamel dots in our little package here. And then I just set that there. There you go. Quick and easy. Isn't that the cutest? Oh my gosh, I loved it so much. It was so much fun just to have a nice, cute little card. Little 4x4 card. Alright, so let's go on to the next one. Let me clean up my stamps. Forgot to take out my chamois. Alright, so I'm going to do this one next. And this was my take on a masculine card. I liked these colors. I felt they were very, not too feminine, a little more masculine. Worked great for a masculine card. Kept it nice and simple. I didn't do anything else to it really. I kept it simple. The masculine card. They don't want all that fluffy stuff. Kept it easy. Now, the only thing is, in the kit, you only have so many of these, the yellow ones. And you can see they're like yellow with little polka dots. And then these have like little stripes and stuff. Well, I only had like one left after making all of this. So I ended up just cutting my, what are the colors? Crushed curry. So that way it will, you know, match. It'll still be the same thing. So these ones, let's see, what size did I do these ones? 4, and they're kind of like by 3/4, so that you can kind of get the idea. And then I just use my little extra one, so works out good to get at least one good one out of there using the little dots. And then let's see, let's make sure I can get this nice and even. Let's start with the middle one. I always try to start with the middle and kind of work my way out. Using the glue, you still have just a little bit of time, a little bit of wiggle room to move it around. Oh my goodness. So we'll kind of get this as centered as we can. And just eyeball it. There's no right or wrong way to get it on there. But it is a nice use of color. Go. Now you could, if you really wanted to, make these match as much as possible. You can get like the white craft ink and do like little dots to it. You can get one of those like gel pens and put dots on it. You can use white embossing powder and do some dots as well. You could really make it match if you know, are pretty particular about that. I think it looks good. These colors, I wouldn't normally use these colors together, but I actually liked how they turned out. I'll be honest, kind of reminds me of like Packer colors. So if you're a Packer fan, there you go. Works out great. Maybe I should give it to my father-in-law. He's a Packers fan. I think he'd appreciate that. So I'm going to put Happy Father's Day on this one, and then the little dad, I need a little scrap paper. I'm going to stamp and then cut out. So yes, fussy cutting, lots of fussy cutting. Can never go wrong with fussy cutting. I did use shaded spruce for the Happy Father's Day. And then I did use the crushed curry for the dad. So that's for there. And then let's get crushed curry. And then just quickly cut out dad. So simple. I liked this stamp set. I've always wanted something like this for a while, where it has like mom, dad, brother, sister. You know, we need something that has like cousins, aunts, uncles, those kind. Especially my family, we have so many of them. It helps out to make it a little bit more personalized. There we go. Got that. So I just attached this to my sentiment. And then with the sentiment, we will put on dimensionals. So just a little bit of dots of glue. Stick it on there. There we go. Totally works. I really liked how this one came out. So that is card number 2. Card number 3 is a little bit more intricate. So I noticed when I was trying to come up with ideas on what to make, you know, just to play around with the kit and everything, then to use up as much as I possibly can in the kit versus grabbing from outside of it. I noticed on the back, they have some alternatives already for you. You can also check out their site, their Pinterest, Facebook, all that. It'll show different alternatives like throughout the week of stuff that other demonstrators have done, as well as what their little department come up with. And I really liked this one. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna make that on top of everything else. But of course, it's not my own idea. So if you want to see how to make this, I can come up with a way to show you. Just leave me a comment, let me know. But it's pretty self-explanatory as far as how you stamp it together and then just add the leaves. And it looks like it has the tufted embossing folder behind it. So I really like that so much. I kind of got a little inspired and I made multiple color ones. So this is a really cute Mother's Day card to do. I did use the tufted embossing folder. I did do 4 different colors. I did Flirty Flamingo, So Saffron, Highland Heather, and Balmy Blue. I used 2 of the, what are these? Leaves, made a bow, did a little Happy Mother's Day. So we're going to do this one. I already have some of it done. I already did my embossing folder. This is one of my favorites. Look at that. I love it. It's one of my favorite ones. It's one of the big, thick ones. So you have to really, like, use the less amount of, what, like a sandwich, they say? Use as little as possible, so that way it'll run through. Like, you only use one, I believe, one thing to it. All right. So we're going to do, and yes, these are fussy cut out. It's really not that bad. Really not that bad. I think you'll live. Let me clean each one here. Let's get So Saffron. And Balmy Blue. Come on. There we go. I like with this one you can use just about any color. And they remind me of the like hydrangea flowers. I love hydrangeas. Oh my gosh, I've always thought they were so pretty. They're like little mini bouquets of flowers. There we go. All right. And then we'll just start to cut them all out. Not that difficult. You don't have to be too particular with this. Kind of just make little waves around the petals. Nobody will know but you. I used to never do alternatives to my paper pumpkins. I always made them the way they were supposed to be made, followed the instructions, and just kind of went with it. Whatever they gave me, that's what I would make. And then when I started seeing other demonstrators come up with really cool alternatives, I'm like, I could totally do that. So now it's my new thing. I love making alternatives. It's so much fun to see what else you can come up with in this box. So I will make a blog post for this particular project. I'll have all the measurements and everything for you for the cards that I made. And then I'll even have a list of the products I used outside of the box, which wasn't very that much. It's just a couple of colors and some different color paper. So I'll have that all for you guys. It'll all be linked below, as well as my original blog post about Paper Pumpkin. You gotta subscribe. You have to get involved. It's so much fun. It's so fun because it's just a random you know, like kind of kit. Like you don't know what you're going to get. I didn't know we were going to get this. I knew it had something to do with like family, but that's about it. That's all. And then I purposely didn't go look at other demonstrators, like sneak peeks of what it was. I kind of wanted to be surprised myself and kind of went with it. I will mention in my video, you can tell I kind of struggled a little bit with the instructions. I found out later a lot of other customers as well as demonstrators struggled with the instructions. It was a little bit tricky. So I'm sure Paper Pumpkin is going to be a little bit more, or Stampin' Up I should say, will be a little bit more aware that this one was a little hard. A lot of people had some trouble trying to figure out the cards. I couldn't figure out the folds. I couldn't figure out where to, you know, attach everything so it'll open up the right way. So either way, it's always going to come out nice. And the only person that's going to know if you did it wrong is yourself. When you give this out to somebody, they're going to think like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. You made that. You came up with that. They're not going to know any better. I used to always challenge my group of ladies. I used to bring them a card and be like, can you guys tell what I did wrong? What I messed up on? Where the mistake is? And they're like, no, what are you talking about? I'm like, exactly. Only you know where your mistake is. Nobody else knows. It's just you. So that's the forgiving part of crafting and making something handmade, is nobody's going to know. All right, so let's attach my embossed. I used soft seafoam. Soft seafoam is like the color, the best background color. Like you can attach it to any color and it will make it pop. It's just very subtle. It's a very subtle color. So with these, this was a little tricky. So we're going to play with this a little bit. I attached it at the bottom. I didn't attach any of the leaves together because I wanted them to pop up. I wanted them to kind of be intertwined in the flowers. So we're just going to get a glue dot and I'm just going to attach, I think I just did like maybe this little tiny spot. You see that? That little area. That's the only place I'm attaching it for now. The flowers will hold it down. We are going to put dimensionals on the flowers, so that way they do have some dimension to them, but other than that, this is going just to sit right on top of it like so, just so it kind of has that little bit of layer. And then it's going to sit right here. Let's get some dimension. I might need to get a new sheet here. I pretty much just put most of my dimension toward the top of it, of my flowers. I didn't want to put too much toward the bottom. So let me grab another thing of dimensionals. And I'm just going to add mainly to the sides. One here. Okay. And then you can do this, of course, in any order. I'm going to actually do a different order to it. And let's see, we're going to go with the yellow one first. So let me see here. You know what? Let's get, no, I'm not going to attach it because I want this to sit here. Let's do purple. there. All you have to do is just fit it right into the leaves. There, see, it just kind of plays with it, kind of gets a little different every time. I'm going to attach a glue dot to this one, oops, and so it'll lay flat on my flower. There we go. I am going to do the Happy Mother's Day, no, that's Father's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I got it. Here it is. I'm going to do that in Flirty Flamingo. And then we'll add some dimension to that. There we go. That one come off. Okay. Lay that across here. I did make a bow out of the ribbon. It's Melon Mambo, but it still works. It definitely adds a little something. So I'm going to add 2 on here. Let's see if it'll work for me. 2 little glue dots. Come on. There we go. And that'll be a nice little ribbon to hold together our leaves. And then last but not least, my little gems. My little enamel dots. I'm just going to do the, I think these are macaroon ones. But they totally work. Look how cute. A nice, pretty Mother's Day card. I love it. Alright, so these are all of my alternatives that I made with the April paper pumpkin. So go ahead, check everything out listed below. My blog post, list of all the products. Any questions, email me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!